What up, though? And welcome to Free for All Friday right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You keep coming back and just go ahead and subscribe. Be a part of the Prowl Nation family. Today, right now, it's just me and the Queen. We rolling, man, right here. Valerie Bordeaux. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, I've been gone for a couple of weeks. Sorry, guys, for Free for All Friday, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm still kicking it.
See, still kicking. Glad to have you in this morning. Let's get to some of the comments. Welcome people out of everybody in. Grandson 12 man, I missed you, man. Glad to see you back. He says, just gotta work, a bit tired, maybe bad ways the right ways, but so best get a bit of what that word is? I don't know. Spatcha? Okay.
Do you?
But so restore the roar, defend it, then go Lions. Of course, man. How you doing? How you doing? Grand 012. All right, Paul Jarose is in the building. He says, good morning, everyone. Let's get the roar going. What's going on? Man, y'all know who it is. Dan Spanos is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Super Sci on Lions says, what up, everybody? Good morning. RV Jackpot says, hello, Lions family. What's going on there, guy? How's it going there, RV Jackpot, man? We've just getting it back to this. Like last week was one of our first ones back because we hadn't did it in a while. So glad to see everyone back in the building for Free for All Friday. Y'all know how we get down. We're live. We're gonna have some fun, talk Lions, and just hear from you guys as well. So let's get into our first topic for today, and definitely want to see this in the chat as well. Val, give me your thoughts on Todd Wash leaving and going to the Panthers coaching staff. Now, I did a Twitter poll, and I'll let you guys know in a second what is saying so far. But what are your thoughts on Wash leaving and going to the Panthers?
Well, first of all, good to see you back again, Grandizer. But Todd Wash, we knew that some coaches were going to follow Deuce Staley when he left. So that's to be expected. Todd Wash, I'm not going to miss him. The D-line wasn't that great for me last year. So, I think we can improve. So I wish him the best of luck, but goodbye. See you on your way out. You're really not going to be missed for me.
Okay. All right. So started a poll this morning. It's 60. I asked the question, who is a bigger loss for the Lions coaching staff? And ironically, 60% said Todd Wash and 40% said Deuce Staley. And and looking at what was written about Todd Wash, they were talking about the jump that that second half of the season that the D-line had, especially with James Houston, and how they picked up that second half of the season and how he worked with Charles Harris last year. I don't want to say we had a prolific pass rush because we didn't, but it was better. Will he be missed more than Deuce Staley? I think that looking at development of the young players, I hope that doesn't, stall or tarnish that. But there's plenty of defensive line coaches that you can bring in. It's going to be up to Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell to find a guy that's going to teach that same system. But good luck to him. Like you said, I didn't think that Deuce Staley would be the only one that left. I get it. I know why Deuce Staley left. We all know why Deuce Staley left. We wanted to go with his ailing mom, but I didn't understand the lateral move by Wash. I'm like, that's a lateral because it's not a promotion. He's not going to be the defensive coordinator. He's going to do the same job he did in Detroit. So I'm like, yeah, because I won't say he took a demotion, but he was let go by the Jaguars because you got to remember he was a defensive coordinator in Jacksonville before when he came to Detroit. He kind of took a step down and went to be the defensive line coach. Now he's going to do a lateral move to do that same job in Carolina. I don't know if it's the weather. I
honestly think that he's got a connection with Deuce, and he wanted to go where Deuce went. I honestly, for me, the bigger loss is Deuce. For me, the way bigger loss is Deuce. I'm with the 40%, but That's just me.
Mhm.
I understand why he had to go. I'm all for him the way he had to go, but yeah, I think he might have the Todd Wash move bilaterally means that he had a pull with Deuce.
Yeah, to me, I believe that Deuce is a big loss, just because of his demeanor and his leadership on the team and the way his competitiveness, inside a locker room and outside and on the sidelines and practice, those things. I wonder how that's going to affect Aaron Glenn this year, but from what I hear that Mr. Montgomery is a pretty competitive guy himself. Hell, he already interviewed for another job, didn't get it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But excuse me, you look at that. I would say the biggest thing with the Wash move is I just wasn't expecting. I was like, okay. I was like, that's kind of out of nowhere, just the lateral move, but it is what it is, man. Good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you when you see you. I ain't finna shed no tears because you left. So it's like I ain't finna sit here and crying and bawling because this dude, took off. I just because they'll find another former player that's out there to be the defensive line coach. I mean, they will.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Let's see here. Subsy Trap City Boy says we got Montgomery coming in. Forget Deuce. I ain't gonna forget. I don't know about forgetting Deuce. I like Deuce. I get what you're saying. But I'm not going to say forget Deuce. Nah, I ain't, he ain't do nothing bad.
No, I wouldn't say forget Deuce. Deuce is a phenomenal coach, a phenomenal leader, a very strong personality. It is a loss. It is a loss.
Yeah. Well, man, King SJ says I'll be part of that 40% that says Deuce Daily as well. I get what you're saying. Man, you know who we got in the building, man. Our own personal Magic Mike himself. Grand Old Timer Dave is in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Old Timer, man? It's gonna be with Old Timer, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens in Lambeau this year. Once Karen comes back from the darkness, we're gonna see what he's gonna do.
I hope the evil emperor destroys that empire, honestly, to be honest. But anyhow,
yeah,
I'm sorry, Old Timer Dave.
Yeah. But you know what though, to be honest with you, I think the fans in Green Bay love Aaron, but I think some people are getting tired of his antics, because even the national media, they're kind of just like they're getting tired of him. Like people are like they're getting tired of him and his antics, and they're like, okay, I'm just done with him.
Yeah, he's starting the same routine that he did last year, and I hope this does not go all the way into the summer again.
Yeah, I don't want to spend time talking about this guy. That whole crap last year was just irritating as hell. All we did was talk about him and where he's going to go and what he's going to do. I'm like, there's other people in the NFL besides Aaron Rodgers. I mean, and especially with this year, because last year he was the MVP, but this year he wasn't that great this year. So he doesn't really, to me, I don't think he really deserves to have our attention. To be honest with me, Ed, I don't think he deserves that attention to see where he's going. So yeah, Dan Spanos with the it's between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers every year. It's will they retire? Will they retire? Will they come back? Shut up! I don't care. Nobody cares. Yeah, we got more pressing things on the docket, but But it's something that's going to draw attention just because of the fact of his stature in the league and him from being a former MVP. But we all know who the MVP was this year. You know what I'm saying? He got the Lombardi Trophy out there in Kansas City, Mr. Mahomes himself. So we'll see what's going on with that, man. That's my man. What do I call this? Does it Dion? He's Mahomes. Junior, senior, because there is because there is a Patrick Mahomes senior, so he's a junior senior to Dosa Dion's junior. CJ Rose says, I'd rather him stay and we sweep the Packers every year. he's still over there. You know what, though? I will say this. I enjoyed watching him walk out of that stadium with Randall Cobb, and they're all arm in arm, and you know what I'm saying, and we just like sent him on his way at the end of the season. That was probably one of my most joyous moments as a Lions fan. That was, and it's only gonna be for a little bit, but it was like, I love the fact that Dan Campbell was like, screw you guys. If we're not going, you're not going either. So I love that from our coach. I love that from our players too. And you know, and that Old Town there had the group. He says he's one of the best quarterbacks there. He is. He is.
Well, you can't be when you have everything handed to you, but that's,
yeah. But I'll say this about him. And for all the accolades and all this stuff that Aaron Rodgers has, why doesn't he have more titles? And one reason being is that the guy that had the better team won them more titles, and that was Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is a far better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers will ever even dream of being, and I don't like either one, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, I put it like this. I respect recognized game and respect. You know, I respect people. I don't have to like people to respect their game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a big fan of either one of those guys, but I just think that with all Rodgers going to the championship game, going to the playoffs, losing, not getting past certain teams that can't get past the 49ers, number 1 seed, MVP seasons, all these accolades, but where's the championships? Where's the rings? I mean, where are they? I mean,
well, everybody wants to bash Stafford though, but Stafford statistically was nose to nose with Rodgers the whole time he was with the Lions, and they both have the same number of rings right now.
Both got one. That's it.
But there's people want to bash Stafford, but okay, well then Stafford's as good as Rodgers then.
There's nothing really to. I mean, okay, yeah, he won his individual awards and accolades, but yeah, I mean, but you know, I digress. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lions On The Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news rumors, man. Hey, do us a favor if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and like the video. Get the likes up, man. Go ahead. All that stuff push more Detroit Lions fans to this content that are pretty much fans just like yourself. So go ahead and just subscribe and like the video. Go check us out over on Lions Nation Unite. You can check us out right there. We are verified contributors in LNU, so you can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store for your mobile devices, or you can just type in lionsnationunite.com in your web browser on your computer, and you'll be right there. Go ahead and set up an account and be a part of the Lions Nation Unite family. Herman Moore made it just for us, Lions fans. So go ahead and join LNU Lions Nation Unite. While you're over there, grab yourself some gear in the LNU shop at lnushop.com, because it's always game day in LNU shop. Let's get to the next topic for today, Val. Oh man, here we go.
What you got for me?
Because I know you're gonna speak on this. How would you fix the Lions defense this offseason? Because I know you always got something about defense. You know, you Bears.
Okay, my smart ass answer is linebackers lives matter. But that was last year. But anyhow, God, there's so much. There's so much to do. I go on for days on this. Linebackers lives matter. We got to deal with the safeties. We got to deal with the cornerback situation. You know, you got to upgrade now the coaching, apparently. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done on this defense. But that should have been done last year, but we got a broke back wide receiver. But that's okay. Anywho, we're moving on. There's a lot. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to fix this Lions defense all the way around. Because every part of it needs to be fixed.
Okay, for me specifically, you have to get out. Cornerback is got to be one of the biggest priorities in this draft. There's a shitload of them out there, and you can get some quality guys definitely at the corner position. At linebacker, you can find some guys maybe down in the second and third round. I don't think there's a lot of quality linebacker like there were last year. There was a lot of first, but you look at the linebackers,
quality
linebackers. But and then they still fell last year, though. You look at that, a lot of those guys we thought were going to go in the first and second round, they were third round guys. I mean, like Nakobe Dean and some of those other guys that we thought were going to be higher draft picks, they went later. So you can get a good linebacker in the mid, in the second the second day or third day. I think
it'll be the third day this year. I'm pretty sure it'll be the third day this year. They'll go pick up a linebacker. Yeah. I'm with you, Curt, on and agreeing with cornerback being the greatest need. And I think that when looking at this, when I'm trying to as my draft picks right now, and cornerback is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah,
as the top.
I think that day one, and even when we did the mock draft the other day, I'm not saying that this will happen, but LL took two. He took two cornerbacks because he didn't do any trades. He took a cornerback at 6 and an 18. I'm like, okay. A lot of the draft experts are, picking us to take a defensive lineman and a cornerback in the first round. Some depends on who the person is. I can't say guy. Depends on who the person is. They have us taking either a cornerback first and then a defensive lineman, or a defensive lineman then a cornerback. There's going to be a run on corners in the first round because you can look at it. You got Gonzalez out of Oregon. You got Porter Jr., you got Ringo out of Georgia, you got Witherspoon out of Illinois. It's going to be some guys that are ranked at the top of the draft right now. They're going to start flying off the board, probably close to that second pick of ours and that number 18, our actual pick. I'm not sure what the plan is for the defense for Brad Holmes, but I would like to see a corner picked, and I would like to see definitely a defensive lineman. Most guys I've spoken to, and I've been kind of working. Yeah, I know I'm in school for my master's, so I've been doing some work with some of the guys from some of the different outlets, and they've said the same thing. They've said interior defensive lineman and corner are the two places they would start in the first round. They're looking at upgrading, of course, having someone to pair with Mini Fridge, someone to pair with him, someone to pair with Lee McNeil. And there's no doubt that we missed the boat on Okudah. And I don't know what the Lions are doing. Lions should have moved him to safety a long time ago. He just fits better there. I mean, you look at his skill set. He plays great in the run. He's physical, and he plays great in run support. I just like him at a safety position. Hey, we got my man LL Cool Torrance in the building. This proprietor of the T-shirt Tupperware Exchange Program. What's going on, LL?
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What's going on, Miss Bell?
Oh, I'm loving the avatar pic. That's just hilarious as hell to me.
So, LL, I'll ask you this question as we got on the board right now. How would you fix the Lions defense?
Listening to you guys too, but I'm gonna take a page from each one of y'all's book. Miss Bell said, linebackers. Yeah, I said we need to add a linebacker, add a corner. And defensive line depth, interior defensive line depth. I feel like we got enough. We have a lot of pass rushers. You can never have too many pass rushers, but interior defensive line, linebackers, cornerback.
Yeah, okay. Because there are some. What do you call that? People are insinuating that the Lions may move on from Romeo, and I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea, and not this year.
I do.
It's because let's look at the cap. My thing is the cap.
Maybe not this year, yeah.
No, I'm saying they're going to move on. They're going to move on from him eventually, because if you look at some of the guys that we have on the roster, yeah, they're gonna move on from him, but his cap hit this year, woo, have mercy, sweet Jesus. Dead cap is 7.5. 7.5 pre-June 1st. Let's see it with a post-June 1st. It's even worse. No, it's better. It's 3.5. Cap savings would be 11 million if we cut him post-June 1st. So we'll be on the hook for 3.5 million if we cut him after June 1st. Pre-June 1st, it's 7 million and 7.5 million in cap savings. So could be one of those guys they move on from, but
if they can rework contracts, that they might be able to just toss them out the window.
Yeah,
maybe rework a deal. I feel like we've been able to do that with some guys. So
yeah, I think that may be the route that they may go with him, but that's why a lot of pundits have been picking the Lions to take a defensive end like Murphy out of Clemson. That seems to be a popular pick for the Lions. So and
there's no way that they can mean that. Like if you watch Miles Murphy, like I don't. Same thing with Breesy. Even though I actually was able to find a good enough clip reel of him where I can say, okay, I see what y'all talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But with Miles Murphy, nah, man, nah. And I no disrespect to the young man, but not here. I'd much rather have Tyree Wilson of those two.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see what they're saying in the comment section, man. Let's see what y'all talking about over here. Like so here we go. Dan Spencer, we need to draft at least one safety. You want cornerback and pick up a free agent cornerback as well.
I don't know if I'd go free agency on the cornerback situation. I don't know. I'm not sold on that
because of the way the type of free agents that Brad Holmes signs. It's always usually that guy who's a not say a reclamation project, but he's a guy who's trying to prove it. You know what I'm saying? They sign a lot of prove it guys, and I don't see him breaking the bank for a big time free agent.
And I don't see them double down at quarterback either. There's too many other needs. Yeah. I don't see them double downing on cornerback either.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. What you got, Ella?
Mike Hughes.
Resign Mike Hughes? That's what you said?
Yeah.
No.
You coming in low. You coming in low, brother.
My bad. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Your mic's messed up a little or whatever.
Yeah. You coming in just a little low. All right. So but yeah, I mean they could double dip in the draft at corner. It may be they may pick one in the first, and then they may pick one later on. But I
don't think they're double dipping on corner.
And you have a guy like what's the young fella we drafted last year?
You're echoing.
Yeah. What's that? What's the young fella that we got hurt last year? Out of Arizona State. I'm sorry, my mind is drawing a blank right now. But you still got him in the building. I mean, you still got some viable pieces, but I think you need to shut down. And I don't think we have that on our roster right now. We just don't have it. Chase Lucas is his name. We had the young fella. He got hurt.
Can you hear me better this time?
Yeah, we got you now.
Yeah. And I know they've doubled down on positions before, but I don't think that they're going to do that with cornerback this year. That's the thing. It's not that they wouldn't double down on a position. It's just I don't think they're going to do it.
Good. I mean, go ahead, Ella.
Do it in the first round. I think they're going to take two corners in this draft, though.
I think it's a possibility that they may. I don't know.
I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah. Dan Spano says, "Wow, LL makes an appearance. He's a working man. He usually at work around this time, so he didn't slid through. He didn't put his Tupperware containers down.
Are you playing hooky, LL? Are you playing hook? Are you playing hooky at the Tupperware company now? Yeah. Tupperware T-shirt exchange.
I can't hear you now. Uh-oh. We lost your audio again.
Hello.
There you. It's low. You was good for a second.
Yeah.
There you go.
Weird. I ain't doing nothing different.
Say, okay, there you go. What happened now?
I said this is weird. I ain't doing nothing different. Like I'm just sitting here with my phone in my hand.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So let's now this is a guy need to pick up an offensive guard or make Brown. Brown's not a starting offensive guard. He's a backup center that can play guard. I think that we need to pick up a guard in the draft. Or either
I can see that.
Yeah,
and a running back.
Yeah, not in the first round. I'm not talking first round. You got plenty of offensive guards that you can take. Maybe.
Oh yeah, not in the first round, but I think they'll pick up an offensive guard, and they pick up running back on offense.
I wouldn't be mad. That means we are completely dedicating ourselves to being a running team. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of good guards. A couple of them could possibly go in the first. It's a couple of them that's definitely going. It's a few of them that's definitely going to go. Day 2. So I'm not opposed to taking one early, even if it's in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with you on that. All right, let's kind of pivot to the next topic here because we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about draft. But here's an interesting topic, and one of the guys that talked about this, we talked about this yesterday. When I was, like I said, working on some assignments for school, and I ain't gonna name drop, so I'm gonna keep this to myself. But which Lions player would you have switch positions and why?
Oh, it's been the same thing for me from day one. Okudah and Iffy.
Flip flop them.
They never should have freaking Friday'd in the first place.
They freaky Friday them. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's got to be the number one person for me. It has to be Jeff Okudah. He has the skill set to play safety in the NFL, and if you look at the Dallas game, he actually played more snaps at safety than he did corner, and he played outstanding, especially in run support. And put him at safety. The guy's a safety. He doesn't have the speed to play on the outside. Play outside corner. His physical nature, you can move him around, put him in a slot, match him up against a tight end or something like that. But he doesn't have the speed to stay on the outside with those speedy guys. He just. But
did the Lions draft him as a cornerback though? So they had to give him the shot to be the cornerback.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. But it's time to fix the issue. The
experiment is over. Experiment is over. You lost that one. You lost.
And that he's just not that. He's just not a corner. He's not an outside corner. What you got, LL? Who would you switch?
I agree with you guys. I go with Jeff Okudah to safety, or I don't know if Jonas Jackson can play right guard, but yeah, Jeff Okudah to safety.
Jeff Okudah to safety. Yeah, I think that's a big. I think that's an issue with a lot of people with the Jeff Okudah. Because I'm not saying he doesn't have the talent to play in the NFL. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying his talents will be suited as a safety. He plays very well in run support. The guy's very physical. I mean, he's a great tackler, and it just makes sense to put him at safety. It's just, what is the issue with moving him to safety? I mean, okay, we know he was a number 3 overall pick, and Bob Quinn screwed that up, and yada yada whoop whoop, and you know what I'm saying, the moons and the stars and all that crap. But move the guy to safety. He's better suited to play that position. I mean, we've blew in the face on this show about him being better suited to play safety, and it's not just us, because there's other people on other shows, other podcasts, other YouTube channels are saying the same thing. Like, what are we waiting on? Move the guy to safety, but that's because that's where his natural position seems to be. It's not like
I think they filled him in because if he got hurt, number one, and number two, that at the time they hadn't since the team was at Skeleton Crew, they really hadn't built things up real well enough. And I mean, it was a multitude of issues. But I think, come on, you finish this draft and you fix the problem. I mean, I understand why you kind of had to do it for multiple reasons, but man, No, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things we gotta fix it. Because it's say again.
I got another one for y'all. Julian Okora to just strictly edge rusher, because even though like he's been effective, I guess a little bit. Like they've been moving him around and playing him in the middle and things like that. But I just put him on the edge and just have him go forward all the time.
Okay. I'd put him on the practice squad, but that's just me.
I mean, or that.
Wow, moving to the practice squad. Okay.
Anzalone too. Anzalone to the trash can. There's certain things that I would do.
Anzalone deserves some respect after this year.
Yeah, I got to put some respect. I got to put some respect on his name after the season. He had that second half of the season, especially, and we talked about this on the recorded. That I think the turning point for his season was the Pleasant firing, because he asked himself, like, why he wasn't my coach, but what did I do to get him fired? And after that guy, he had his second half of the season was off the chain. It was a career year for him. I mean, he's never had that many tackles in a year. He was playing downhill. One thing I think that for me that had the difference was that he wasn't overthinking things. I think that was the biggest issue for me. He had 125 tackles this year. That's one of the tops in the league at linebacker. He was up there at the top of the league in linebackers for tackles, and that's who. If you look at last season, who was our top tackler? It was Tracy Walker. Why? Because everybody was getting to the second level. But that second half of the season, Anzalone was playing downhill, and he was playing with his hair on fire. He wasn't overthinking it. And if you look at the position he played in New Orleans, he was a situational linebacker that played mostly in coverage. He didn't play middle linebacker, so he had to learn the position, and he's learning it. And I'm like, I think he was just overthinking everything. But the second part of the season, he was just getting downhill. I mean, you look at some of the plays he was making, he was just tackles for loss. He was just getting in there. So, and I think that them bringing Rodriguez in, he was like, well, my days are numbered if I don't get my act together.
Okay, yeah. Give him. Okay, I can give him one more year, but but you got to do something, boy.
Yeah. I'm not saying like
I'm not saying he's the end all be all.
Like a big deal.
Yeah,
but yeah, he should stick around for a little while.
But that's the position that we looked at the other day, and you look at. I just don't see Brad Holmes breaking the bank to bring on one of those big name guys. You looking at Levante David or Tremaine Edmonds or TJ Edwards. I don't see them opening those purse strings to bring one of those guys in, because they haven't done that. I mean, I know we've been in cap hell for the last few years, but
he just seems to me to be the guy you settle for, but you could do so much better.
Is that
you hit the grade?
Draft the guy, but let him. I got it. Just like the defense. Remember in the beginning of the season, especially on the regular show, Curt. Remember, because in the preseason we had heard about how the defense is. They changed it, they adjusted it or whatnot. They're much more attacking, and going forward is not as much looking and certain words they were saying more so not so much reading but more so reacting type thing going forward.
Mm-hmm.
After Auburn Pleasant, that's kind of what the defense started to look like, and one of the main people we heard talking about that was Alexander Anzalone. So that's I'm not gonna give him all the credit for whatever in the hell happened, but he definitely, for me at least, he get a lot more respect than what I was giving him beforehand.
Okay, here's an interesting comment. I don't know if I agree with this comment, but it is what it is, and that's from my subs. Trap City Boys Entertainment. It says we should take Bijan and trade Swift for a linebacker. Who's gonna?
What? No. No. That first round Bijan? No, absolutely not. Trade Swift for a linebacker. You can trade Swift for a lot more than a linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah. And who's going to give up a line? And the only because you're looking at the teams right now that have stacked linebackers, they're letting some of those bigger names go, and then they're bringing in the guys behind them. So, and he says Swift's got to go. Okay, why?
I agree with that. Swift has to go. He sucks. Okay, he's injured.
Oh, wow.
Swift sucks.
He's injured is one thing.
Injured is one thing. He doesn't suck because he's healthy. He's better than any running back that we have on our roster.
Again, the analogy of the guy you settle for when you could upgrade and do much better. No, there are guys in this draft. There's running backs in this draft that could be much better than Swift.
We're the health issue. I get it, but skill set wise, I'm not sure. You're not gonna convince me of that.
Okay, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you never on the field,
but you can't.
The fuck cares?
You can't say someone sucks because they're injured. You can't say he sucks because they're injured. Because when he's out there playing, he's healthy. He's a weapon.
When is he out there playing though, Curt? When?
He played a lot of snaps this year. He not saying he didn't miss some time. I can't sit here and say a lot of your face and say he didn't miss any time because he did. But when he was healthy out there on the field, the dude is a weapon. He is a weapon. I can't say he sucks because he doesn't suck.
That's like no play slay. It's like no play slay. Okay, no.
The Bears wish they had.
Yeah. Nope. Hell no, they don't. Fuck no, they don't. We would not take Swift if you.
He's better than any Bears running back. Any Bears running back you have on the roster right now.
You got two worst versions of Swift on your roster right now.
Yeah, Herbert and Montgomery. I disagree with that. Look, I am not disagreeing with that, but we would not take Swift. It's like no.
Y'all best running back was number one. Y'all best running back is Justin Fields. That's who y'all best running back is. I mean, to have a number one ranked rushing attack and it be your quarterback. Oh man, let's say
you could do much better. I'm just saying, y'all could do much better.
Michael Huck saying hello from Thailand. What up, no, out there in Thailand? Michael Huck, Mr. Reliable. That's how reliable he is. He's even showing.
What time is it? Are you like up at midnight or what?
No, it's
what time is it in Thailand?
Wait,
no, Thailand. It's got to be like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30 at night.
Yeah, 11:30, 12, maybe 1 o'clock. One of those two. Because that's a whole bunch of time zones away. But yeah, man, welcome to the show, Mike. Man,
he's exactly 12 hours different from us.
11:37 p.m. Okay, man. Hey, man, welcome in, Mike. You know how it gets done. I said, not holding my breath on a sweet trade, but you never know. My gut feeling is that he's finished his contract and both sides move on. I think that's most likely the thing that's going to happen.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think we should keep him.
Hell no.
But keep him.
No.
I mean, he's not going anywhere this year. He doesn't have he has his second round picks. He doesn't have a fifth round option. I mean, a 5th year option. So it is going to be what it is with him. But hey, do us a favor, man. Go check us out over there on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com, man. While you're over there, go to LionsOnTheProwlShop.com and check us out over there. Hey, I skipped over whose comment? Dan Spencer said I kept.
Yeah, because he's picking on me. He's picking on me.
Val's too busy watching the Chicago Trash Pandas to notice. And one thing in news and notes coming out of the NFC North that the Chicago Bears has just purchased their how many acres of land out there in Arlington? It's a shitload.
Shit ton. It's a shit ton.
Yeah, they're moving. Yeah, so
we know they're moving. They're not even going to plan to start building until 2025.
Yeah,
is what I've heard. So yeah,
you got a couple years. But hey, and check me out, man. Do some of my work I'm doing for my in school. Go to CurtSteele.com and check me out over there. Go to www.TupperwareT-shirtexchange.com to see what LL Cool Torrance got going on over there. No. I'm just that site does not exist.
You know what? What if I come up with the domain name and actually make that?
Kurt, don't tell him that. Just let him go. I need the data. I need the data to see how many searches pop up. Then I might make something happen.
Hey, okay, you know what I'm saying. But hey, ladies, if you're gonna do the t-shirt exchange with LL, you have to have some tasty morsels in the Tupperware. You can't just give them an empty Tupperware container. You gotta feed them. You know what I'm saying?
So LL is giving his shirt. He's taking off the shirts in front of them for that. Or is that
oh no, there's some other exchanges.
Oh,
it's
tiers to this program.
Other exchanges you have.
The tiers levels to it. Okay,
yeah,
depending on how tasty the morsel is in your dish, ladies, the tastier the morsel LL becomes.
Yes, that too, but you know, for a certain price, or for a certain price, we arrange, and we can do, FaceTime, or some kind of virtual communication, for the real, that's that you guys.
He's doing those hot links.
Yeah. Oh, the hot links. Oh, all right. George Eagle says the Bears are moving to the USFL.
No, they should. With the way they're going, they should. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, but we got football this weekend. XFL starts this week.
Yeah.
XFL starts this week, and then Lions fans, hey, you want to get some more pro football? The USFL is playing in Ford Field. That's where one of the hubs are, and you will have the Michigan Panthers playing back in Detroit. So I'm liking that.
Most importantly about the Michigan Panthers is they fired that no good, slimy,
Jeff Fisher, Nolan,
fork tongue Jeff Fisher. I wish they would let me fire him.
All right, so what's positional offense should the Lions target on day 2? I think we already talked about this a little bit, but it's got to be the guard position. The right guard position we've had a revolving door over there. I want to get a guy who we solidify that position. That's just me. Right guard is what I would pick in that day 2 for the Lions offense. What you got, Val?
I'm going running back.
Running back on day 2?
Running back, yes. Running back or safety. I don't give a shit. But
we're talking about offense though. Offense
wise, I'd go running back. Yes.
Running back on day 2. Okay, what you got, Elo?
I'm gonna look his name up. I wouldn't be mad at a running back.
Charbonnet is who I want. I want Charbonnet.
Charbonnet out of UCLA, the former Wolverine.
You get him for the Bears. Yeah, you get him for the Bears.
Wolverine.
So you take him over there. We don't want him.
He's going to be Charbonnet Lion. Yes.
Charbonnet Lion.
He's another guy who wish he could be DeAndre Swift when he grow up. But
no, honey, no. He's one of the
Zach Charbonnet doesn't have not in the pass game. He doesn't.
Heavens no, he ain't got it in the run game neither. But let me I'm trying to find my man name. It's the running back from Tulane. I think it was.
Oh, I know you talking about. Yeah, that kid's pretty good. He's pretty solid.
I wouldn't be mad at him. I don't want a running back, but I won't be mad at him. But at a position of need, of course, is guard, and I give you a name to go with it. I put a name on that bullet. Michael, I don't know his name. Is it John Michael Smith or Michael John Smith, whatever the hell, from Michigan? He allegedly is like one of the very top. But then at the Senior Bowl, they say he was lighting it up at guard too. So,
Yeah, you look at the Michigan Wolverines have had the top offensive line in the country the last 2 seasons. So, you look at that, they've had the top rushing attacks in college football. So. Yeah. So yeah, I get it. I agree. Definitely. So let's get back into some of the comments. Charbonnet is nice. Okay, I feel you. Okay, Al Tori says my wife would strangle me if I get rid of her Tupperware. The Tupperware exchange is not for guys.
Are you trying to trade your wife in on this deal or what?
I appreciate to be here. This is
is this a threesome thing going on here? We got a threesome. We got a threesome tier on this.
The Tupperware exchange is for ladies only.
I don't. Yeah, but Tajay Spears is the guy from Tulane.
Tajay Spears. Al Torrey said he did say another coming back. He says running back or right guard. And then Charbonnet says Charbonnet is nice, but I like the kid from Tulane as well. Definitely. Yes, Val and LL. But the Jazzy one, Paul Giroux out there in Cali, says yes, Val and LL running back for sure. King SJ, my man's in the building, says depending on what they do on day one, but linebacker, defensive tackle, offensive guard, running back, all positions on day two. All right. And then Dan Spano says, I want Moody. You know what? Damn it, I'll take Jake Moody too. We need a kicker.
No.
I love Jake Moody.
Not on day. No.
Oh, not day two. We're just talking about period.
Oh, no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
He's better than the final lineout kicker.
Anything on the Illini sucks. I already said that, but yeah. Well, and these idiots who want Witherspoon at one, I really, can you line up? Can I have a clap, smack, bitch slap contest with these motherfuckers who want Witherspoon at one? No.
So we got.
Also said we might should look at him.
Who's that?
We might should take a look at him.
You can look at him and throw him right in the trash where he belongs. That's
my favorite corner in this draft. It has to be Porter Jr. I like Porter Jr. I like the size. That his wingspan is ridiculous. I
like Gonzalez too, though.
I'm a Gonzo baby. Give me Gonzo. Give me Gonzo. Gonzalez.
Yeah, definitely.
Give me Gonzo.
Yeah,
definitely. Speedy Gonzalez. Give me Speedy Gonzalez.
You want the Speedy Gonzalez fun? Yeah, All right, so let's get into. All right, so here's a question for you guys. Now, the Lions, that with a 9-8 record last year, some people are saying this, but I want you to get you guys' opinion. Do you guys feel that the Lions are ahead of schedule in their build? What you got, LL?
13-1 last year to 9-8 with the possibility of being much better than that. You know what I'm saying? We all, I ain't gonna go into what we should have been, but from 13-1 to 9-8 is a hell of a turnaround. And I personally did not, expect that. So on my own personal expectations, yeah, they are a little bit ahead of schedule.
Okay. I feel you. I picked them to go, I said between 7 and 10 wins last year, and they got 9. So that was above my pick at 7. So are they ahead of the schedule? I don't know if I won't say they're ahead of schedule. I think that they're right where they're supposed to be. That's just me. I think they're supposed to be.
That's my opinion too. I don't think that they're ahead. I honestly don't believe that they're ahead. If they would have done what they should have done with the defensive buffet last year, I probably would have said they were ahead this year. But no, they're right on track. They're not with that defense being the way it is. No.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to offer some perspective. I said we're ahead of time because just that, we ain't really filled in some positions yet. So I don't feel like, and not to say that, because ain't nobody right or wrong here. Mm-hmm. But, we still ain't really found, the right corners yet. So I don't know if we should be, I don't know if we should have those guys. It's a lot of positions that we don't have on the roster yet that maybe we, at this stage in a bit rebuild that maybe we wouldn't have. Maybe we ain't complete yet. And I think we are ahead of where we should be at this stage.
Yeah. So
mostly because of the defense, though.
All right. Let's look at some of the comments. But we got some good funny guys today, man, in the building. Said Dancer says kicker lives matter, Val. And then Michael Huck, weighing in from Thailand, says Gonzalez is my choice, man. Hey, bring me back some bot, Michael Huck. Bring me back some bot. So you know what I'm saying, and that's Thailand currency over there, man. He can live probably about, man. He can live about $10 a day over there in Thailand. Eating good over that thing, man. Hey,
for just $10 a day, you can sponsor Curt in Thailand.
Yeah, and so can. It's a lot of retired military over there too. They choose to live over there. So Brent DeWitt says,
some cigars, Michael Huck, if he can. If they got the the good herbs over here, not necessarily the tea, but the other stuff. I don't know if they got in Thailand, but send some of that too.
Yeah, he can't travel. Man, you try to get that dude. You got to get that dude attacked by federal agents. Man,
he's too busy chasing Pokemon, LL. Okay.
Yeah. So rebuild is ahead of the schedule. Brent DeWitt, Dan Spano says the same thing. Brent DeWitt said thought it would take longer to get relevant.
This is a 6-year build, guys. It's a 6-year. You got to look at it from the 6-year perspective.
Yeah,
if you look at a 6-year game plan, they're right on track. Maybe a little bit behind in certain spots.
Yeah, because we talked about this the other day, and I was looking at it. We were talking about with the poll that Pride of Detroit did about when the Lions can compete for a Super Bowl, and I was looking at 2025. That's right around that 5 to 6 year mark where we're starting competing, because I think that's that's about the right time for me. You're right on schedule with that. So that's just me, but it is what it is. So King has to say not ahead, but not behind either. 2021 looked like they were behind schedule, but the steps they took in 2022 helped even it out. You know what though? That is a great point, because I think we could have did better in 2021. I think, we let some things kind of fall by the wayside. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought we could have done a lot better last year that they just dropped the ball on. But
Michael Huck said just got back from all that, took $100 US, and a week later they still have most of it. Kurt's right. You can eat and feast on $10 a day. I'm telling you, I lived it. I was over there in Thailand for about a month for exercise when I was still in, and about $10 a day. You can eat like a king.
Yeah, but what do they got over there but fish and noodles or what?
You get steak, you get all kind of, you can get some good food.
Oh, yeah, they had beef and some good barbecue.
Yeah. Thailand got some good food. Don't sleep on Thailand now. You get you some good spring rolls and everything.
All right, Michael, you gotta send me some Thai food. You gotta send me some authentic Thai food. I gotta have. Don't send me no bugs or nothing like that. But
All right, so we talked about that stuff. Now I guess let's look at our last question, and this is one of the things. This is a topic that we can talk about for a minute, and we'll talk about some other things. Now, we talked about that already. Excuse me. If the Lions, because it was leaked by Amon-Ra St. Brown that the Lions will be changing uniform soon. If the Lions change their uniform, I don't want to know what you think it should be. I want to know is what do you not want to see?
There's one thing. I got one thing.
What you got, Val?
Please do not bring back those uniforms that look like the guys pissed their backsides when they sweat. Remember those?
Oh yeah,
those gray ones that wicked all the moisture off the backside. The first Nike ones when they first switched to Nike. Yeah, the moisture. Yeah, it was like it was see through. I remember. And all it did is look like they drained their backside up their back. And no.
That was terrible. All right. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think. What do you not want to see from the Lions retooled uniform? What you got, LL? Something that you don't want to see if the Lions changing uniforms?
Another iteration of what this is, whatever this is here, it kind of look like duct tape. Like I don't like how the home uniforms look. So I don't want it to look like how it look now. As long as it look different, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't think that the silver numbers with the silver outline, I don't think that worked. Yeah, that's what the duct tape look as far as the numbers are concerned. Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's a couple of things for me. Even though I know some people like them, I'm good on the black uniforms. I'm good on the black. The black, that was the Lions colors are Honolulu blue and silver. Even if we got say again, if you're gonna have an alternate, actually, I think my favorite alternate, I like the all white and the all blues for alternates. To be honest with you, one thing I will get rid of, to be honest with you, because I just don't think he had that big of an impact in the team. I think he ran it into the ground. Is I will get rid of the WCF patch. Or
that's what Miss Sheila said was going to be one of the change. Like I thought, did they? I don't know if they.
We lost that.
I thought. Yeah. I don't know if she said that. I don't know if they did it this season, but I thought that she came out and said that.
It was on her this season. WCF was still on this leave this season.
Am I misremembering? I thought we might have. I don't know, maybe I heard that from someplace, but I thought that she came out and said that.
I think they maybe wanted
to take that off.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the William Clay Ford thing. That he was not a great owner. He was not a great owner.
The WCF, that's got to go.
And the reason being is that he treated Detroit, the Lions, the team as more of as a cash cow than he did as trying to build a winner. You know,
with that forward history too.
Yeah, and we're and we got I mean, you look at Sheila Hemp, man. She didn't took the Ford off her nameplate at the office. This is said Sheila Hemp, so she she's trying to get rid of that omens of what the Ford has done with the Lions.
Yeah, when she took it off her name, I think she's going to take it off the uniform. She just hasn't had the chance to do it yet.
Yeah, so I think the next iteration of the Lions uniform, but the black.
I'm black and blue. Please give us black and blue, please. Oh.
I'm not a. One thing.
It's the best look.
The one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see the current face mask. I like the Honolulu blue face mask. Bring that back.
I like the blue face mask.
I like the blue face mask.
There is a mask going around that's black and it's got the blue lion on it, and I just absolutely I think it's the best design. But no, I mean, I'm not. Gray's got to go, buddies. Gray's got to go. Gray has got to go.
You know, I would have liked it better if it was more silver than it was gray. The gray and silver, yes, but is there a way to make a silver uniform?
No.
No. So I think that's why
you end up looking like some shiny disco ball from the 70s.
But the helmet you could though. It's I don't know if anybody did it in the league in the NFL yet, but in college for sure, like Louisville.
The helmet might be a good idea.
The chrome helmet.
The chrome helmet.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, definitely. But the Lions are there. They said that this is going to be the year that they have their alternate helmet. They didn't do it last year, and
I don't like alternate helmets.
So for what they're supposed to have this year, it's supposed to be a new uniform and the alternate helmet. I like the alternate helmet. So I don't either. I don't like the Thanksgiving one though. I don't like the plain helmet with nothing on it.
I kind of do.
I'm not fun.
No.
You know, bring me back to the 90s, the Barry Sanders uniforms.
That's what I was gonna say.
The throwback. I like that throwback better than what I'm saying. And I would like it like
they got to put the big 75 patch on there. That was cold back in the day.
And I would like to see. I would like to see like some iteration of that mixed with a updated version of that as a new uniform, like an updated version of those uniforms.
I would also like to see them. I like to see them switch out those stripes, those stupid ass stripes that suck, for like claw marks or something. I mean, just something that's like different.
Claw marks.
I'm glad.
Like the Lions claw mark, you know. Or something. Anything but fucking stupid white stripes. That's just the dumbest shit. I hate it on the Bears uniforms when they do the fucking orange shit.
The orange helmet, they look like, what is going on?
That traffic cone fucking helmet they came up with last year? What the fuck is that?
That was the worst alternate helmet in the league last year.
It was. It looked like a goddamn traffic cone on their head. What the hell, man?
Yeah, that was definitely. Hey, you're coming up on the end of the show, man. It's time for final thoughts for today's show. Once again, thank you guys for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Thank you guys for joining us, man. Again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment. All those things help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. My man LL, what you got? What's your final thoughts for today's show?
This is shout out to Keenan and Kale for anybody who remember that. Who loves orange soda uniforms that the Bears wear, you know. Shout out to Kale Mitchell. But happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. You know, if it's icy where you at, you know, drive slow, homie, or don't drive at all. Go see Ant-Man. Ant-Man it's dumb, but it's good and it's important. That post-credit scenes are jaw droppers. Please go see it, or at least YouTube the end credits. Tell your mama you love her. Tell your daddy you love him. Tell your family you love them. Have a great weekend.
Okay, what you got, Val? Final thoughts for today's show?
Oh, I'm no Luke G, so I don't think I could give a Luke G sermon or anything like that. But you guys, thank you guys for like hanging out with us, and it's always I love the fact that LL's on here. I'm gonna have to figure out how we can get him a domain name and do some research on this Tupperware exchange program, because I'm interested in finding out these levels, because I'm gonna find LL a lady. Come on now, we gotta find LL a lady.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, okay. All right. Y'all crazy. Yeah. Well, for me today, man, thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lions On The Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news rumors. Stay tuned to us, man. We're going to get you ready for free agency that's coming up, the draft. You know, we're going to have that stuff coming. Tune in next week. We're going to do some more free agents in different positions the Lions may pursue. So tune in for that. And then we're going to start our draft coverage soon. We don't want to drag it out and be too thing, but you got to look at it. Next weekend is what? The NFL Combine. So we're going to have some coverage of that as well.
Oh,
recap of the NFL Combine. So stay tuned.
And this is when it gets serious, guys.
Yeah, so stay tuned right here. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Thank you for hanging out with us, having fun. I know you ate your lunch, man. And over there in Thailand, Michael Huck, man, enjoy yourself, man. Get your work done, but make sure you enjoy your off time in Thailand, because it's a whole bunch of fun stuff to do over there. So if you're eating your lunch right now, you know, you're finishing up your food, go ahead, get that napkin, man. Wipe that crumb off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For Val and my man LL Cool Toys, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.